Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is a complete new course on Java. This will make you an expert and will land you in a job. Let's jump in. The Stream API is the most important feature of Java. On March 2014, Java Stream was added in Java 8 version. During those days, there was a term named as functional programming is popular. Python was also launched, and for Java to support functional programming, Java introduced Stream in Java 8. Why Stream became so popular? Stream have some properties. In an interview, if you are applying from a fresher job, they will expect you to know how Stream works and what are its properties. Stream does not hold any values. What does that mean? We will discuss this with an example moving forward. There are another property named functional in nature. Streams are functional in nature. Why stream is functional in nature? I've covered this with an example in our next chapter. Streams support laziness searching. There are certain operations on stream and some support laziness searching. Stream is considered as possible unbounded. What does that mean is, for now, you understand is as an infinite. Streams are consumable. What consumable mean is that it is consumed. Now let's understand each of these properties with an example. The first property was no storage. Stream does not store any value. If you remember, or maybe I will cover what collections are in my collection series, but just consider collection is a bag where it collects the object, whereas stream is not a bag, it does not hold the objects. You consider a stream as a conveying belt. It transports element, values, object through a pipeline. What does that mean is, if you have gone to shopping and you buy some groceries in suppose Walmart, and you collected your groceries in shopping bag, and then when it's time to pay your groceries, there is a small conveyor belt. So you put all the items line by line or side by side, and then those items goes through a process of pipeline. That is a similar concept when we are applying a stream. If in an interview they usually test your technical abilities, so they always ask you to write a stream pipeline. Usually people always say stream, but the technical word, and if you want to be a good developer, you have to say that I'm going to write a stream pipeline. Let's jump into another property. Functional in nature. What does that mean is, any stream operation generates a result but does not change the value of my source. Let's see the example below. In the below example, you could see right that we are using an array list. The numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and storing these list in my example list number. Now we are applying a filter operation on these objects. So what we are doing, we are just dividing it by 2 and we are checking whether it is equal to 0 or not. Now we are printing our both the values. So it is little hard to visualize that what has happened in the backend, but if you see filter stream and example list number, if we print these two, one is going to print my original list, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another one is going to print only the one which are divisible by 0, which is divisible by 2, sorry. So when you are applying this operation, it is not changing my source value. I hope you are understanding this. If you are not understanding this, then in the later properties you will understand that why it is considered as not changing my source value. Moving on to the third property, which is laziness searching. Lazy is a term which is used in Java quite frequently in many other properties or many other operations. There is terms called lazy loading. Okay, we will cover those things later on, but here what does that mean is that lazily help us to optimize or to improve performance in Java. Now consider below example. Suppose you're working you get a job in Java, and then now you are supporting production, or you have written some code and your code went in production. Okay, then there is a failure. One of your code which you have written in, suppose when user is buying an order from online and there is a issue in database connection, or there is some issue that transaction was not successful. Now your project lead is going to send you the log file and ask you to search for random things. This is how usually things work in an industry. There is one more example. You might have used Notepad, okay, or even Word document. Now imagine when you do Control F and a pop-up appears and you just simply write your keyword and then you just click search button, and then that when you click on that search button, and suppose if it is not a web application, will not cover like web application or JavaScript concept in here, but just consider in a manner of desktop application or where it is done using Java code. So now if you see, right, so when you click that search button, and now if you see this line of code, right, what are we doing? We are reading a file. Okay, consider that file is a database server.log, or it can be any file. Okay, for example, it can be an HTML page. You could go, or anything, any file where you want to search the keyword what you are putting in your search field. So if you could see, right, that using this find first and a.contains filter method, we are using stream here, and these methods are part of my stream. Like dot filter is one of the method introduced in stream, and this arrow function is considered as lambda function, whereas lambda function is supports functional programming. So now using stream, see stream string log file, getting my log file and then filtering using my lambda function, searching the error message which is present in my log file. So now I hope you are understanding that how these things are related when you are doing Control F and when you are searching a specific string, and then in any log file or any text file or any HTML file. This is how in the background it works. There is one more catch in here. If you could see, I have written one note here that intermediate operations are always lazy. There is one more type of operation which is called terminal operation, which are not lazy. Stream support two type of operation. As I told earlier, we will be covering this in my upcoming tutorial series. Now I hope you understand this. If you have any questions, you could post in comment. Now another property is possible unbounded. Quite complicated, right? Possible unbounded, such a complex name. So now let's understand what is this. In collection, we can define the size of a collection, whereas in a stream we cannot define a size of a stream. Okay, a stream is just like a conveying belt. Now if you have seen conveying belt in airports, so that conveying belt runs forever. There is no size for it. You just keep your bag, flights are coming around, everyone is putting their bag, and conveyor belt is running like infinite. Okay, let's understand in a manner. For example, the Walmart example. Okay, so in Walmart, when you buy a bunch of groceries, you have a collections, you have a bag, and you could put finite number of items in a bag. But if there are 2,000 customer or a million customer, that single counter having a conveying belt of scanning your item one by one is an infinite. There is no, you cannot define that I can only count 10 items. It is running infinite times. Just consider, for a very simple example, all natural number is infinite. This is a stream. I hope this word possible unbounded is a little more like a book type of word, but if an interviewer asks you that what does possible unbounded mean, is that you can simply say that streams are infinite in nature. I hope you are liking the video. You can give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. And the last property is consumable, as the word simply saying consume. So you need to understand, in a way, the elements of a stream or the value you are passing on a stream are visited only once in a lifetime. Basically, life of a stream. For instance, for an example, you need to understand in a way, right? For example, we have given a plate of food and we have eaten the food. Now, the food which were in our plate, we have already eaten that food. Now, no one can ask me, or even if anyone asks me to produce the same food which I have consumed. Just give it a thought. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. That's why whatever has been passed through a stream, you cannot get that stream upfront. Means you cannot get it. Same goes if you need to eat food again, you need to prepare a new food. Understand? So if you have a stream and you applied some operation, if you need to reuse that stream, then you need to reapply the operations on the new stream. I hope you're understanding this. And this example is really cool, that you eat food and then you cannot re-prepare that food, right? It's like you cannot do it. That's how the science is. Now we're covering the last section of this video, which is why streams are so popular. And until now, even we are in Java 17 and Java more versions are coming in, but this after Java 7 and this since 2014 until now, right? In every company, I say you right, in every company, in every Java project, this stream method or this stream API operations people are using like anything. And I've seen even many big companies code and many people don't even know how to use a stream. They're still using that old concept of looping and putting for loop, while loop or do while loop. But if you really know how this stream works, right, definitely your salary will go up, because you can write better code, faster code and more efficient code. And if someone will see your code and they will analyze, oh my, your knowledge is really good, then you will be the best developer in your team, and then that opens many doors of opportunity for you. The reason it is very popular in every company is because you name any industry in terms of where IT is playing their role, they have collections, they have arrays, they have files. The other two, static factory method and some predefined method. So basically we have a new feature called stream. So I should be knowing, right, where I can apply my new feature basically. So now, so if you buy a water bottle, so you know what you need to do in a water bottle. You could fill it by water, you could fill it by juice, you could fill it by anything which is drinkable. Obviously here collections, arrays and files are you consider it as an objects, and Java is an object-based programming language. So a stream is playing as a middleman to all these three things. These three things are really important in every company. These three things are used in every project they have written. Just now you have seen, right, I have asked you an example related to file to search a error in a log file. This is a real use case, and there is something called Dynatrace. Okay, I think if you don't know, you could Google it. Okay, that is one of the best software designed by that company, and that software is using that API because that is written in Java, and to search at like grain of salt, I would say. If you see the grain of salt, right, that software can find errors at that level. And you have to trust me that without using stream, you cannot build that level of software. You cannot search like thousands of lines of, I would say millions of lines using these methods. So this is really important, and that's why it has been asked in interview like anything. If it is a good one, definitely they will ask you question on this, and if you could nail it, no one can stop you. So if you like this video, I would suggest that you like it and you subscribe it. That's all. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.